Go! Spread out. Move across the globe. Destroy everything in your path. Make them see Chibi. Make them fear Chibi. Make them hate Chibi reviews. My strongest haters, by the way. Like, absolutely my strongest haters. 14,000 likes just on this post alone. That's not including other posts that are kind of very similar to this. To kind of give you guys some context here, my haters have been slandering and harassing me basically daily for the past 7 months now. If you have kept up with the channel, or you heard in passing, you're probably already aware of what's been going on. But basically, their newest attack on me, which is, honestly, at this point, I can't even really consider it attack, because it's pathetic and hilarious, because it really does make them look bad. Like, it actually makes them look very bad, and I'll give context to that in a second. But their newest attack against me is apparently to grab my profile picture I use for social media and YouTube, and edit them into many different variants of me, of, like, basically a Chibi multiverse of some kind. And it's very clear the intentions at first, when these edits did start, was definitely malicious. But somewhere along the lines of people doing these edits of my profile picture, something happened. Like, they lost the point of the sauce, and they, instead of trying to slander me and make things that obviously make me look, let's say, either racist or basically the second coming of Hitler or whatever, or supporter of racist groups, they now have went full circle, and they started creating edits of me that legitimately are pretty cool. Like, this is a Rex edit of me from Invincible, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, some of these edits are legitimately cool, and it, like, I want to point out, these are my haters doing this. I'm starting to feel like my haters might be Tsundere's. Maybe Yandere's, actually. Maybe they're a step up, they're a Yandere, and they just only want my attention. But, there obviously is some edits that are malicious. I mean, I've already shown a few on the screen. But, this one in particular, if you know, you know, this is clearly a malicious edit. But, it's still wild to me, because I'm getting a little bit mixed signals about this one as well, because the very individuals that accuse me of not, like, being very weird or creepy around elements of Chainsaw Man and characters and stuff, and, like, consent and all that, it's weird that my haters would make an edit of my profile picture, which is technically based on me. Now, I may not have purple hair, but this profile picture is drawn of me, my actual character, myself, which, the fact that they did this without consent is already ironic enough, but the edit alone of this is insane, if you legitimately know the context. But, yeah, there is some crazy edits here, like, legitimately crazy, obviously. I mean, this one looks pretty cool, I'm not even gonna lie, it looks really cool. I think this is Sonic.exe, I don't think this is Ghoul, I think this is, like, a Sonic.exe, like, edit. They got me, like, a bald Chibi, it keeps going on. I got so many versions of me now. I'm straight up, like, I'm in the multiverse, bro. I'm actually, obviously malicious intentions. See, if you look closely, you can see a certain thing back here. There's a eggplant. I think that the context is enough. Then you got this. Then, obviously, they even made an edit of Chibi reviews for the Invincible logo. They made a female version of me. It's, they got an Invincible version of me, a Wizard version of me. Yeah, I think you get the point. I'm getting a lot of mixed signals from my haters. Obviously, at the end of the day, there is definitely some malicious things here. I mean, the bottom row alone is ridiculous. I mean, it's wild stuff. But I think also what's even crazier about the bottom row is the fact that, you can tell that the person that created the actual gray tone ones, like the bottom row, was the same person. Which is really weird, because it's like, so you're calling me like, the second coming of Hitler, but then you're calling me a Jew? That's weird. Kind of weird. But then, if we look at the edit for here, to poke a hole in the people that continuously attack me, trying to call me racist or whatever, I find it fascinating that the edit that was supposed to really get me upset and try to make me seem like a racist, they put actual edits of me with, like, obviously looking like I'm a Nazi or whatever. And then they have someone that, with their own edits, it's their own edits, they have a character that straight up, it has, like, supporting BLM and all of that. And I'm just like, this is not the gotcha you think it is. This is not the gotcha. Why are they rallying behind these multiverse versions of me? Like, that, they're evil. Like, clearly. So, and also the post as well, basically calling themselves evil. So, Yeah, they're not sending their strongest anymore. You know what? I'm gonna say though, anyone that does want to make fan art of me, obviously if it's not malicious, go for it. Do whatever you want. I'm all for it. Do it. I would love it. You know what? Make me a female chibi. Honestly, make me whatever you want. I don't care. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Just yeah, they're not sending their best anymore. I love you guys. Chibi out.